Hey guys, I'm Gareth from Fba Success. In today's video, we're going to look at the OA side of the business, the online arbitrage side. If you've watched the last couple of my videos, you'll have noticed we've focused on retail arbitrage and how that's helped me to grow the business to where I am today. However, today we're going to zoom in on the OA side, specifically the virtual assistant spreadsheets. So we have them send through to us 10 product leads per day as an absolute minimum. That's Monday to Friday. We then review these products and add them into our online arbitrage side of the business. So what we're going to look at today is how we review the sheets that they send through. What's on the sheets, what it shows you, what information we ask them to gather us, so that when we're vetting through, to make it as easy as possible for us to be able to look at those sheets basically. So without further ado, let's get into the sheets. Let's show you, how these sheets work. These sheets we also make available. We have a separate set of virtual assistants that we use through our website, which is www.onlinearbitragefasttrack.com. Now you can get these sheets available with these 10 product leads per day that you can also utilize. In today's video, we're going to go through the health and personal care and beauty sheet. So hopefully you might even find some products which are going to be of value to you today. I'm hoping there's a few because, we want to add them into the business. So let's show you how this works and let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this spreadsheet. So basically this is the health and beauty spreadsheet. So the virtual assistant has sent us through 10 listings today, as you can see. So that's the minimum, so that's absolutely fine. That's the minimum that we ask them to find us. Sometimes they do send more, but generally, the minimum is what you get. But so as you can see on here, I'm going to go through the columns basically, just real quick, just to show you what we have on our sourcing sheet. So what the virtual assistants have to populate, that we ask them to, find the information for. So as you can see here, we've got the date. So this is the date that I'm actually doing the review and the video. So we've got the date in there. We've got the reference column, which is self-explanatory. We've got the name. Now this is the name of the product as it appears on the Amazon listing, not as it appears on the website that you might be sourcing these products from, just so you're aware of that, okay? It's also got the ASIN, which is the Amazon Selling Information Number. So it's like the barcode for Amazon, basically, to an extent. It's there to help you find the product easily. You've then got the shop. So it's the shop that you're going to be sourcing the products from. We ask them to put update with. We then ask them to input the URLs to both the shop and to the Amazon page for that particular listing we're going to be, cross-referencing against. And that's what it's there for. It's just to allow us to very quickly jump into the page and also onto the shop's website to check the item and make sure that they match, so that we can buy them basically and add them into our online side of the store. We then have the promo. Now the promo is there so that it can tell you, like in that top box it states there, pack of 6. That's for a quick reference so that we know how many items are in that. It's in a bundle as an example. What we'll also use that promo box for is if things are on like 3 for 2 as an example. So it just lets you know that where they've got their buy for cost price from, and they've done it based it on buying in a 3 for 2 bundle as an example. So next we have is the buy for cost. So that's the cost that you're purchasing from the website to allow you to buy the goods basically. So in this case, the very top one is a pack of 6. So that price there is for 6 of those items. Now, if you're a beginner and not VAT registered yet, then that's the price that you will take into account. If, like myself, you have been selling on Amazon or you run a business already and you're VAT registered, then we also have on our sheets for our sellers that are VAT registered, the ex-VAT price basically. So you can quite quickly see how much it's going to cost you to buy the product instead. We then have the sell for cost. I don't know why it doesn't say sell for above there. I'll have to rewrite that one in, but it's so in this instance it's $15.75, and again, if you're ex-VAT, the sheet will automatically work out and tell you that that's going to cost you £13.13 to buy if you're ex-VAT price, basically. Okay. Next we have is the Amazon fee. Now this is the fee that they're going to take off you off every single product that you sell on Amazon if it was sold at that price. Okay, so basically everybody that sells on Amazon has to pay the Amazon seller fee. In this instance, it's actually the fulfillment by Amazon seller fee, because that's the way we recommend to do it, and that's the way we make our sheets for. So if you're seller fulfilled, then you're going to actually make a little bit more money off these products, because your fee isn't going to be as high, but then you do have your delivery costs and everything to take into consideration as well. So these fees are based on fulfillment by Amazon, guys, just to make you aware of that. Next you have is the profit per item. So this is how much you will make off that product if you buy it. So, and it sells at that price off, of course. So this is for if you're non-VAT registered, like we've mentioned, and if you are VAT registered like myself, this is what you're going to make instead, which is the £3.02. So £3.02 off a £5 purchase is not a bad going, guys. That's a decent return. Next we have is the return on investment. So that's the percentage that you're making on the ROI, or the return on investment. So if you're, again, not VAT registered, then you're making 77% return on investment, which is great. If you are VAT registered, then you're making 60% return on investment, which again is great. The virtual assistants that we use are all trained to find items with VAT taken into consideration. So if you're non-VAT registered, you're going to be doing better off these sheets than you are if you're VAT registered. But the idea being is that you can, everybody wins that way. Don't penny battle, guys. Keep the same price. That's just my take on it. I've mentioned it in other videos. It's a fast way to, lose that profit for everybody. And one day, guys, you guys that are not VAT registered yet, if you intend to grow your business, one day you will be, and you'll be wishing that, everybody kept, the same price. You'll rotate in and out of that buy box, but that's for another video, guys. I'm going to stop there because I'll go on and on about that side of things, but let's carry on. The next thing we have on our sourcing sheets is the profit margin. So again, before that and after that, okay? So this is the top selling price and what margin you're going to make off that top selling price. So on this item, I always refer to ex-VAT. I apologise because it's ingrained now. But you're making 20% nigh on off that item, which is not a bad return when it comes to the margin. The next thing we have is the seller's rank, okay? So this is the best seller's rank. So this is where the item places on Amazon within the category. So this item is the 24,891 best-selling item within the health or beauty category, basically, okay? Because our sheets are mixed for the health and personal care and beauty category. So until you go into the link, which we'll do now, to see the product, I always start with the Amazon product listing first, because I like to see what it's stating on there, so that when I go to the sourcing website, I can pretty much tell straight away whether this item is going to match or not. I don't do this a lot anymore because we do have reviewers in place to do this for us. So as you can see here, okay, so we've got the item, pack of 6 Nivea coconut cream. We've got the jojoba, I've probably not said that right, I apologise, oil, and it's a shower cream. I like to look how many sellers are on it, so we've got 8 in this instance. Check whether they're prime or whether they're self-fulfilled, because that makes a difference as well, guys. So as you can see, we've got a self-fulfilled seller at the top, and then you've got your first prime at $15.75. So we would be looking to come in and match the $15.75, which is the prime seller. If there was no prime sellers on this particular product, then you would match the self-fulfilled seller. However, The difference there being is you could potentially go up to £1 above, sometimes more, and still get that buy box over the self-fulfilled seller. And that's part and parcel of being a prime or fulfillment by Amazon seller, guys. But yeah, everything looks pretty good there. This is Keeper. I use a range of different plugins, guys, on there. It used to be free. You now have to pay for it. Begrudgingly, I have. It's something we've used from the beginning of our OA side of things. So, I've kept with it because it's what we know, it's what we use, it's trusted for the way we use it. So, we had to go with it in the end. But it is a good piece of kit, guys. We also used to use Camel, as you can see up there. But unfortunately, they stopped doing the seller's rank history as it stands at the moment. And we used to use them a lot for that because they used to be very on the pulse with that side of things. We used to use Camel to particularly check the sales rank history. And then we used to use Keeper more for the price history because I felt that they were a little bit better at that side. But now we pretty much use Keeper for both. We have got Helium 10 on there, as you can probably see. Another great piece of kit, guys. If you are looking for different products to use, probably make another video where we've got plugins and things that we recommend. But right now, that's not so much what we're talking about. So as you can see here, what I would tend to do is go down to the last month just to check. So you can see here it's gone down to 43,000 at the beginning, down to 14,000, 12,000. It's rose back down to 13,000, but the highest it's been is 89,000 in this category. 66. So this item's up and down, but it shows it's also selling because it is going down to like 13,000, 14,000, 13,000 again. So it's consistently going down to those lower sales ranks, which is good to see. It's also good to check the buy box where that's been. So the buy box has been at £12 within the last month, and then it's rose to £12.89 within the last month. So not too much of a difference, but you need to take that into your calculations just in case it was to drop. Is that still good for you? So it's always worth a quick check. Let's just see which department this one's in. So this is actually in the beauty category, as you can see there. On this particular one, we're at 36,000, so it's rose a little bit on there. But still within, we're happy with that. So that one would be a green. I'd probably take a punt on that one and, would get a couple in. It's making good profit as it stands. So, that's one we would go with. I'm saying that and I haven't even checked it. Let's check it. Let's make sure it matches. No edits in this one. Okay, so it does say shower cream. The picture's definitely different, and I like the pictures to match because sometimes you can get bad feedback, if people just go off the pictures basically. But you can see it's still Nivea. It's Caring Shower Cream. Let's just check that again. Coconut cream, but it does say shower cream on there. You can see. Got the I'm not going to say it again, but we've got the oil in there, guys. Does that one have it? Yeah, 250 ml. I think that was 250 ml as well. So for me, it looks like they've just updated the appearance of the bottle, but it looks to be the identical item. So that one I'm pretty happy with. I would we'll buy some of those. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So again, I usually start with the product Amazon page. So £9.49, it's a prime. They're all primes on this particular item. 13 sellers, so like we mentioned, always worth checking. There might be some no, pretty much all prime at the beginning. Got self-fulfilled at a higher price. So let's just check very quickly. So 61,000 as it stands. Okay, so I like to go down to the last month. Let's see how it's been selling. Okay, so you can see here the buy box is £5.99. So that's alarm bells straight away. £7.88, down to £5.69, then up to £9.49. So the price has only just increased, to be quite honest with you, over the last 30 days for the buy box. It's been as high as 92,000, 97,000, but it has been dropping as well, down to 17,000, 21,000. So it's selling, but it's also, you know, it's also going up as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick, guys, there is various different plugins that you can get or services that you can get which will do this for you. But what I'm just going to check very quickly is the Seller Central app, okay? It's free to use and it takes 2 seconds. So just as a quick thing, put the ASIN into here just to search the product. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm just going to search this real quick. Now some items on Amazon like roll-ons and things like that can sometimes be hazmat. So what I've just done very quickly there is just done a quick check, and as you can see there, it is actually okay to sell. There's no hazmat on this particular item or anything like that. It's worth checking though, it just saves you getting it here and then having to send it back as an example because it's hazmat. So always worth a quick little check, guys. But yeah, that's fine. So let's move on. The plugins can make it quite quick for doing so. I have used various different plugins in the past, but right now it's just keeping it. I'm showing you it this way so that you can. It keeps costs down basically if you're just starting or anything like that. It's just a quick way I've used to reference to check whether anything is hazmat. So that one, it's. Let's see if it just matches the item on the page. Yeah. Fresh formula, gel, chili. It's £3.10 to buy, 200 ml. What was it saying here? £3.10. 200 ml. Just make sure on here. 200 ml. Yeah. So that would come down to. The only thing that concerns me there is the price increase. So yes, right now it's selling at a great price, but if it was to drop, buying it at £3.10, you know, with me being VAT registered, I'd struggle to make a profit on that if it drops again. So what's it been like in the last 3 months? So in the last 3 months, it's been up to £9.49 as well. It's dropped in price, £6.99. $5.99. So I'd maybe buy a couple. I wouldn't go deep on this purely because of the price fluctuation on there. So I'd maybe try a couple, see how the price goes. If the price was to drop, then you know you've only maybe bought a handful, and you can see how it goes. But you know, some of you may have different opinions on that, but that's the way I would look at that one. So what I do with that one is I put it down as an amber, because that one I know then it's a winner still, but I want to check it a bit deeper. Maybe not go as deep as we would normally buy. What's the return on investment? You're making £1.85 off that at the moment, so 71% return on ROI after that. Again, I apologise, it's always after that with me. So yeah, I would. You know, I'd have a go at that one. So next, let's look at the Dove. Is it Summer Glow? Yeah. So Dove Summer Glow. So everyone's going to be. This is a good item coming up into summer. You know, you can imagine a few people trying to get a bit more of a glow to themselves, as it suggests. So it's a good one to keep an eye out for. It's selling well. You know, it's right down there on the selling rank first glance. That's over 3 months. Price history down to $9.71, up to $11.49. down to 10.05 recently. So there's a bit of a price. What's it we at now? £8.82. Wow, okay. So that's, what price did they have on here? £9.09. No, that one shouldn't have been in there. That's a red. Straight away, they've made a mistake. I can tell. It's not making a profit, guys. Straight away, you can tell there. It's at a minus already at £9.09. So not worth it, that one, guys. Okay, so let's check the Sanex. Sanex, we've got 10 times Sanex Men Active Control, Roll-On and Antiperspirant Deodorant. You've got to love some of these titles. Again, a roll-on, so I'm just going to check this very quickly before I do any further searches. Just saves a lot of messing about. B07 6ml 5DG 2. So again, just checking the Seller Central app for hazmat. Okay, so unlike the other one, this one is actually hazmat, just so you can see on there, okay? So what that basically means is this little icon comes up and basically tells you that it's non-fulfillable. If you click this little button here, it takes you through and it says Fba Eligibility. This product is currently not eligible for FBA because it is under hazmat review. So it's worth checking that out, guys. That 5 seconds just saves me having to look in the whole rest of that particular item. If you're a self-fulfilled seller, you might be able to still sell that one. It looks like it's at a great price on there, but you know, for me, it just means I don't have to go through reviewing anything further because we couldn't sell it as a hazmat, so that would go red as well. Okay, so let's check the next one. Let's find a winner, guys. Hopefully. So 12 times McLean's Whitening Fluoride Toothpaste 100ml. So 12 packs of this, okay? Selling at £19 and a penny, but it's a self-fulfilled seller because it's got the delivery cost to add on, which is another 98p. So you've got 6 sellers selling it. One prime, but well out there at £35. Another prime at £21.99, a bit closer. But he's not getting the buy box because he's just a little bit too above the minimum seller. So this seller is a self-fulfilled seller at £19 and a penny. So realistically, to be able to continue to get the buy box, you'd have to go in at about £20 and a penny. Maybe you'd get away with as well. Sometimes you can get away with a little bit more. But that would generally still keep you within the buy box as an FBA seller. And you maybe rotate with that self-fulfilled seller. So let's just check how this item's doing, guys. Okay, so it looks like it's selling really well. You can see here, let's have a look. You can see the buy box saying $19.99. So people have been selling it at $19.99. It's been selling well. There's not many primes on it, so it's a great thing. I can tell after this video there might be a few more primes on there. But that looks a pretty good one, to be honest with you, to begin with. Let's go down to the month like we do. Highest seller rank is 79,000. But you're going down as low as 17, 26, 11. And it's consistently below 50,000, which in this category would prefer. Right now it's in the health and personal care department. Like I said, the sheet is mixed between beauty department and health and personal care, but it's at 35,000, 36,000 at the moment. So that's a pretty good one, guys, to be honest with you. Let's just hope that the item matches the sourcing product. Okay, so McLean's Whitening, that looks to be the same. Let's just check McLean's Whitening, visibly whiter teeth. What's it, 100ml? Is that 100ml? 100ml, fantastic. Yeah, that looks like it's a winner, guys, to be honest. So it's 80p an item, and we need 12 to make the multi-pack. So have they taken that into account? Pack of 12 they have, £9.60 to buy. £8 ex VAT. So they've put it down. See, this is what I've talked about. The VA has already knows what criteria we ask them to look for. And they've already put the price, the sell for price, at £1 above the minimum seller, which was self-fulfilled. So he knows, the VA knows he could potentially go up to £20.99, or she knows as well. In this case, it is a he. The only reason I'm referring to him like that. But so £20.99. The Amazon fee is £5.93. So on this item, you'd be making profit after VAT would be £3.56, which would be a return on investment of 44%. We look for a minimum return on investment of 30%. And that's after VAT as well. So, you know, that's still a good item for us. We'd still be interested in that one. I know you all have your own criteria, but that's what the guys on the sheets will work to. So yeah, 40,000. So it's not moved too much. That's pretty good, to be honest with you. And it's been selling well, so that would be a green. We would buy that. I'm going to buy that. Maybe a few of you after this are going to buy it as well, so who knows. Just don't drop the price. Okay, so let's just check a couple more, because you're getting the gist of how this works. You know, I don't need to go too much longer on this, but it'll just be interesting to find what winners we get today. So, Clean and Clear oil, pack of 2, £9.95. So the highest it's gone is 46,000. Go down to the last month. Buy box has been from £9.09, £9.20. It's actually gone up to £9.95 for a pack of 2. How many sellers? We've got 8 sellers. The lowest seller is £9.5, which maybe makes sense for it going down to £9.5 and then £9.95. So that could be self-fulfilled sellers selling it at £9.5, which it won't take into account any delivery costs on their tracker. And then it might be that a prime seller's come in and selling it at £9.95, obviously, because he can take into account, he can go £1 potentially above, or he can take into account any delivery costs and things like that, or he or she. But it's yeah, that's looking like a winner again, guys. If it matches. So let's check. Dual Action Moisturizer, oil free, 100ml. Let's go back onto this one. Pack of 2, 100ml. Dual Action Moisturizer, Clean and Clear. Yeah, that looks to be the same item again, guys. Pack of 2. So we just need to make sure it's £2, save £1. Was £3 now, £2. Make sure you check the date. So when you're using any supermarkets and things like that, just as a tip, make sure you're checking the dates that the offer is valid for. Because like here, it says it ends on the 21st of the 5th, okay? If you used to order that on the 21st and didn't get it delivered until, like, let's say the 22nd or the 23rd, and that offer had ended and didn't continue past that, then you may be charged the price that it goes back up to and not the offer price. So then you might be paying £3 per item instead of £2 per item, because a lot of the supermarkets won't charge you until the day of the delivery. So just make sure you watch out for that one, guys, because we've been stung for that in the past as well. So make sure when you're purchasing that you're taking that into account to make sure that these items will be delivered before the end of the offer. But yeah, that's a winner, guys. They've got it down at £9.95. That's what the prime's at the moment. The lowest self-fulfilled seller was £9.05, so that makes sense. Making £1.41 off that, so 42%. It's all right, 60%. You know, some of you will have different amounts, which is the lowest profit you want to be able to make, but I see them as stocking fillers. So something like that, you know, it's a smaller item, 100 ml tubes. There's only 2 of them. So, you know, once they're put into a box, they're going to be like stocking fillers. They're to pack out my box. And you know, those little £1.40 ones, they're fantastic. The item looks like it's churning, it's doing quite well. So they'll just keep making those little profits, those little £1.40 ones, you know, ticking away in the background. And it just fills your box up basically as well. So, you know, keep those on board, guys. Okay, so we've got Neutrogena formula, 15ml balm. Off first glance, it looks like it's selling quite well. The buy box has been up and down within the last 3 months. So it was at £8.96, going down to, what are we at now? £8.40. So, but it's been down as low as £7.50. Let's go down to the last month. Yeah, so it's been a bit up and down, but it's evened out for the last couple of days since the beginning of April. About £8.40. Again, that could be self-fulfilled sellers. You've got 25 sellers on this one, so quite a few guys. The actual lowest prime is actually at £8.40, which is interesting. Yeah, so that's looking okay. Let's just check what price they put in. £8.40, so fantastic. So we'd be looking to make £1.92 off this. I know, again, ex-VAT, £2.84 if you're not VAT registered, which is a 79% return on investment, 97% if you are not VAT registered. So let's just check the item, the sourcing item, to make sure it matches first. So Intense Repair Lip Balm. Let's go back onto this one. Okay, so the actual item is in a different language, the pictures, as you can see here. So potentially someone's listed it from abroad on the UK site. So some of you might be able to read that quite quickly. Intense Repair. Yeah, that's looking like a winner. If you need to, you can Google Translate that, and you know, you can work it out as well. But yeah, you got the Intense Repair on there, so that works for me as well. It's just a different language, that's all. But you're getting the same thing. £2.90 to buy. £2.90, £8.40. Yeah, so that's a winner, guys. Again, giving you a few winners today, guys. 2 not so good. 1, you know, I'd still buy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, we're up to 5 winners so far. And if you've got to think about this, when you're using these sheets, don't think of just for the day. You've got to think that these items, when you're getting these sheets, these are replenishable items. If they're on a sale price, you know, sometimes they will go back up in price, but you should keep an eye on anything that's a winner, so you can go back and check it. We have a watch list, is how we would then utilize this. So we use Google Sheets, basically, to store everything in. It allows the virtual assistants quite easily to come in and out of the shared sheets with us. What we would then do is take these items, so like Notino, the supermarkets, etc. We would then take these winners and put them into what we call a watch list. So you take the winner, you just copy and paste it out of the spreadsheet, you put it into what's called a watch list spreadsheet, which what we do. So then you'll have one store watch list, another store's watch list, another store's watch list, so on and so forth. And then it's quite easy to go back into those, and every now and then you might just do a little bit of a replay, going through, seeing if there's anything that still is a winner. Now, there's a lot of items that will always be a winner. It just never really goes back up in price. So, you know, when you think about what you make off day 1 of these sheets, you know, think how many replenishable items that you may get from these sheets that keep churning. So some days, you know, are not always as good as others. Some, you know, the virtual assistants are human at the end of the day. They make mistakes, unfortunately. But, you know, over time we found these sheets to be very, very profitable for us. And you know, there's 2 or 3 lines I can think of off the top of my head which have paid for these sheets over and over and over again, and it's just 3 lines which have paid for those sheets because they've been replenishable, they've been that good, that low sales rank that they just keep turning over and turning over. So the profit from those items pays for the sheet. So anything else on top, you know, is fantastic. Obviously, there's a lot more lines which are profitable as well, but these 3 ones, you know, they really do well for me within the month, and I got those from the sheets. So if it hadn't have been for the sheets, we, you know, maybe wouldn't have come across these items. But that's enough of that. We'll get back into it. We're nearly there. So let's just check these last 3. So we've got Simple Regeneration Facial Wash, 150 ml, 14 sellers. Is there a prime on there? Yes. Okay. So the first prime's at $9.99. So, but like we talked about previously, the cheapest guy is down at £7.76. So really, it's $8.76 is where you're going to be getting that. But let's just see. So they've got it in the $9.99 prime. So he's a little bit out on this one. I think he's took the prime price, or it might have changed. I don't know, since they did it. They did this really early in the morning. I'm reviewing it at sort of 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So you know, a few things might have changed since then. We might have new sellers gone live and so on and so forth. So let's just check. What price did I say? So $8.76. Can we get in there at $8.76? $8.76. So that's just updated the sheet. We're still making £1.85, so you'd still be making 88% return on investment even after that, even at the lower price to match, to get down, you know, to get into that buy box basically. So I'm still quite happy with that so far. Let's check the item from the sourcing website. So regeneration, age-resisting facial wash. I'm pretty sure that's what it's stated in the picture. Yeah, age-resisting facial wash. Fantastic. 150 ml. It's 150 ml. That's great. So it matches, which is fantastic. Let's see how it's selling. Let's go down to that month, guys. So the buy box has actually been lower. It's £7. I mean, £6.98 there. But these could be seller fulfilled again. So you've got to take that into consideration. It won't show any additional costs like delivery costs and things like that on there. $9.99. $9.99. So it's been, but the ranking is a bit up and down. I mean, 94,000. This is in beauty, so ideally we'd be looking for below 50,000. So that's not great right now. It's a bit up and down as well. But you do have, you know, peaks down here. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't want that. 4, 5. So it's you know, it's going down, but we just have to check. It's a bit like the other one where the price is a bit fluctuated. You know, the seller's rank's a bit up and down. So for some people, that's still a winner. You know, we'd maybe try 1 or 2 again, but it's not one that would be a deep winner. So I'm going to put that one yellow because I want to re-review that again. That's what I would do, and I would make my own assumption on that. What's best value? Probably have a couple, go for a couple, because you never know. If you're going at £8.76, you might be able to just keep churning them out, providing nobody drops the price again. Okay. £6.79. £6.79. That's great. So that matches. So it's Colgate Plaques, 0 alcohol, soft mint. Yeah, there's a few spikes on that, so that's great. $7.99, $6.79. We're in the health and personal care department on this one. How many sellers? 10 sellers. $6.79 is getting the buy box, so let's check it matches. Okay. So this is where they've made a mistake, guys, okay? Like I said, they're human, it sometimes happens. But as you can see here, this item is 250 mil, okay? Whereas the item here is the same item, but it's 500 mil. So if you used to buy that one, then you'd potentially be getting some bad feedback if you didn't find that problem quicker. But so that wouldn't be a winner. Stating £1 to buy. On that one, yeah, £1 to buy. So you'd have to buy £2 to be able to make that happen. But it's not the same product because you're not getting 250 mils on that one. Be interesting to know if £2 would do it though. No, 90p, but it's not the right item, guys. They've made a mistake there, unfortunately. I'm keeping it real. I'm showing you how the sheets actually worked out today. Yesterday was a good day. We had quite a few winners, as you can see there. But today's been just one of those days sometimes. So we've got the Dove Pure and Sensitive. Let's check this last one. Hopefully this is a winner. £9.64, Pure Sensitive. Got a prime on there at £14. But not going to get the buy box because the lowest is at $9.64, so maybe $10.64. Well, the VA's put it in at the lower cost price, so not bad. £6, but that's, yeah, straight away. That's not making a profit. So I think I think the VA got tired at the end. No. So that's not a winner either. Okay, so as you can see there, guys, on today's sheet from the Health and Personal Care department, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 winners that we would be able to buy from there straight out. I'd buy that one as well, so that's 5. And this one I'd review, I'd maybe buy a couple, but it's not as great of a winner. But you have these days. They've made a mistake there with this one. The Colgate plaques. This one doesn't make a profit. We had the issue with the Dove Summer Glow, and the Sanex was hazmat. So these are things you got to watch out for on the sheets. But those items there are still doing quite well. I mean, what are we making on those ones? It'd be interesting to know. Okay, let's just look at this. £3 and 2. I'll tell you what. Let's add this up. £3 and 2 plus we'll say the 356 plus we'll take the 141 plus the 192. I'm not taking any chance on my maths here, guys. Okay, so that's £9.91 profit if you was to buy just one of each of those items that are green. Okay. If you bought, let's say, 6 as a minimum, so if we times £9.91 by 6, that equals £59.46 profit that you have made if you sold all 6 of each product. So you got 4 products there. If you sold 6 of each of those 4 products within the month, then you will have made the £59.46, which we're charging for the sheets for a single sheet, as an example, like just for the health and beauty sheet, you'd be looking at about I think it's £97 for one sheet for 1 month, as an example. Now, if you made back £59 in one month off 1 day's worth of sheets, then you've nearly paid for the whole month sheet in one day, just to give you an idea. And that's not even the best day, you know. There's better days, like you can see there. We've had a couple of days there which are green in the past. So, you know, it happens that the virtual assistants are human at the end of the day, like I've mentioned previously. But, I mean, if you was to add in the other items that sort of the orange and the yellow item, and you maybe bought a couple of those as well. So let's add those little bits in extra. So the profit 185 and 185 as well. So you would be looking at about £13.61 profit if everything's sold at the prices that we're researching them at. As it stands right now. Again, if you bought maybe 5 of each item instead, that's £68 profit, guys. So you can see the sheets can be quite profitable. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching right through to this point now. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already doing so. Not everything's going to be the same to how you do things, but it's there just to try and help people if I can. So I didn't show you everything, all the checks that we do on the different products. So I showed you the keeper graph and things like that. And I was looking at various different things at the same time. And I will show you that in another video as well. This one was just more to show you how we use the sheets. So, if you're looking for if you wanted to find all the minimums and things that we look for in more detail, then that'll come on another video, guys, okay? Any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me. Message below, or by all means, you can always contact me, as always, on Instagram, which is @Amazon Fueled by Success, or you can find me on Facebook by the same name, but just Fueled by Success. We also now have a members group on Facebook, which is leave the Amazon out this time. It's actually Fueled by Success Mastermind. So please, by all means, join that. There's a few questions to answer to get in, but I'd love to see you all in there. I want to really create a like-minded group of people that all want to help each other to succeed. So keep pushing forward, guys. That is the main thing. You just got to keep taking the action and keep going in a direction which is always forward. See you in the next video.